Hello everyone and welcome back to another manga review. Today I am going to be reviewing volume 18 of the Haikyuu series by Haruichi Furudate. I've been reading this series for a while, and in this review I'm going to expect you to be familiar or at least have some familiarity with what's gone on in volumes 1 through 17. If you don't want to be spoiled for what's happened in previous volumes, I would recommend not watching this video or going back and watching my reviews of the previous volumes, because I am going to maybe spoil some things, or I am going to spoil some things that happened in those previous volumes. So in volume 18, Karasuno has defeated Blue Castle. Blue Castle was a stumbling block, was a place where they had failed previously, and they are in these championship games against the perennial prefecture champions, Shiratorizawa, and I really hope I'm saying that school's name right. Shiratorizawa is the champions. They always win, they always go to Tokyo, they always represent. So Karasuno are definitely the underdogs. This is a big championship game. They have some TV crews there. It's drawn quite a crowd and there's a lot of pressure. Karasuno hasn't been under this kind of pressure before. Well, Shiratorizawa is used to this. They almost always make it to this level of the tournament and they are used to playing under this sort of pressure. So Karasuno, I feel like, has come off this high, this mental high. They are overcoming this mental block they had about Blue Castle. They've evolved as a team since playing Blue Castle last, but I feel like they had to prove to themselves that they could beat Blue Castle, and now they've done it. Now they're facing a team that is known as the best team in their area, and it's just a different class altogether. This is an entirely new experience, and they're going to have to rise to the occasion. The first thing to note is that because this is a championship game, this game is going to be played best 3 of 5, so you have to win 3 of the 5 sets played. Now, if that means someone wins 2 and then someone else wins 2, they're going to have to play to all 5 sets. So this game is going to be played from anywhere from 3 to 5 games, so it is going to take a while to win. All the games up to this point, we've played best 2 of 3, so a team only has to win 2 of the 3 sets played to win. So I think this is, first of all, it's interesting because it's a different format that we've seen, but also this is really good for pacing. So this volume, volume 18, covers the very end of set 1 and also all of set 2, but the pressure isn't there. We just got off an emotional roller coaster ride with fighting and winning against Blue Castle previously, and I feel like the author wants to give us a little bit of a breather, but also get right into the championship game, and having this 5-set format or best 3 of 5 format gives us the opportunity to do this. So even though we are already in the second set, or we get into the second set in this volume, the pressure isn't there like it normally is in the second set, because the winner can't be determined in this second set. The first set is concluded in volume 18 and Shiratorizawa takes it. They're very confident and they are dominating. I think it's 25-16 is the final score. So Shiratorizawa feels comfortable and confident, but this is kind of what we expect. It is 16-25. That is the score for set 1. But we kind of expected Shiratorizawa to come out the gates, come out swinging, and be able to take the first set comfortably. However, as the first set evolved, it's obviously rough for Karasuno, but they start to see ways that they can fight back, ways that they can adjust for the style of play. They're playing a team that they haven't played before, which is always different. Previously, when they've played a team that they've played before, they kind of have some idea about who the star players are, how they're going to play, and different techniques and tactics that they use. Shiratorizawa is different. It's a different level of play, and they're going to have to rise to the occasion, and they haven't had an opportunity to play this team before, or play at this level of play before, or play in front of this crowd before, or playing the championships before, so it's all new to Karasuno. The second set starts to go a lot better. Karasuno is starting to calibrate their level of play or their style of play to match Shiratorizawa, and it is much, much more tightly contested in set 2. So this volume does end on a cliffhanger. That is something I feel like Haikyuu is known for, ending on these cliffhanger endings. However, it's not really cliffhangery or too stressful to end here because of what I talked about, needing to be best 3 of 5. The ending of this volume are the 2 teams fighting for match point. So in volleyball, you have to win by 2. So the winner is the first to reach 25. But if one team reaches 20, if both teams are at 25, the team that or if both teams are at 24 and one reaches 25, they don't win. They have to be 2 higher than their opponent. I think, is tennis like that too? I don't remember. I feel like there are other sports that you have to be 2 above your opponent to win. So they're both neck and neck, and they're both winning 1 point at a time, but one of them needs to score 2 in a row to advance further than the opponent and take set 2. So it is a little bit stressful because both teams are fighting so hard to get that additional point, but it's not super stressful because even if Shiro Torizawa takes set 2, we still have set 3. The winner isn't going to be determined yet, so there is still plenty of time in this game. That being said, I do recommend having volume 19 on hand, but it's not the horrible cliffhanger that some of these other volumes in this series have had. I loved this volume. If you've been reading the Haikyuu series and you've been loving it, you're going to love this entry. The readers are invested. You want your team to win. The teams come together. There's the right amount of ups and downs throughout the book to keep you interested and engaged. The pacing is really well done. Again, I think that starting the championship game was the right move, but also starting it in or having that best of 3 of 5 format keeps the stress level low right now, giving the readers time to like emotionally adjust and catch their breath from the Blue Castle game. So I did like that story, that choice that the author made for this. And maybe that's just how championship games are played in Japan, but I did like that choice, and I feel like it contributes to good pacing of this book. So I would give it a 5-star. I think if you've been reading the Haikyuu series and you've been loving it, you're going to love this entry. I do recommend it. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on this entry in the series. What did you think about it? What did you like about it? Put it in the comments below. I love to read it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.